10 services.
Wow, I'd wait.
10
Don't
services.
get too excited here, because
He's up on the ramp with a rather large hole where the engine should be. That pretty much makes £4,444, and we sold it. Well, come with me, everyone. Come with me. Oh, I'll tell you why. This is why. We sold the little 1 Series, and do you know what? Randomly after the journey this little car has had, oh, it's a bit dusty now. Only cleaned it a day ago. No, 2 days ago. After the journey this little car has had, we ended up with 2 people on the car in the same week. Someone road tested it Monday, but was going on holiday Monday night, wanted to show his wife when they got back, but he didn't know if she was going to like it. He really liked it, but he said that it was a little bit heavy to drive, to a point. You know, it is a bit heavy to drive. BMWs are very heavy compared to your, I suppose, your comparable Japanese car or something like that. They're drivers' cars. They are a bit heavier. He really liked it, but he said that she was quite short and he didn't know if that she would get on with it. He did ask to put a deposit on it, but I said, with all due respect, I didn't want to take a deposit if there was a chance that she was going to say no. And a day and a half later, we've had someone else come on the forecourt, and he's bought it, and he really liked it. And as a massive Brucey bonus, he said he's going to come on the channel when he picks it up, which is awesome. So we'll see him tomorrow. Well, hello there and welcome back to the channel. Going down my road again. So we're going to get straight into this one because we're in the old A4 smoker today. As you can see, I've got the lawnmower in the back because the car's worth next to nothing, and I've left the van at work, so I couldn't. The grass needs cutting at work, so I just put the lawnmower on the back seat. Really doesn't matter about this car. It's going to end up getting scrapped anyway. So today's video is going to be a little conclusion on the red BMW 1 Series. I mean, we've made 4 videos on that car. I think it was one of the first cars that we actually bought together on the channel. As I said I would do, we're going to have and make a conclusion on the figures, the sales figures, what we spent on it, what we sold it for, blah, blah, blah. Because you eagle-eyed YouTubers, as you have rightly said, it is no longer at work. You know, a few of you have been mentioning, where's the red 1 Series gone? It's not on the forecourt anymore. But we sold the car. We'll elaborate on that a little bit more within the video, but I mean, I've already made an intro to this somewhere and I've lost that footage, so it's all going to be a little bit higgledy-piggledy. I apologise, but we'll get there in the end. You know, it'll have the information that you want to know. So we'll just get to work and then we'll go through it a bit more. So we're back at work, and I mean, so I did manage to cut the grass. As you can see, it looks way better now. It's getting a bit out of shape, but we wanted to leave it a bit for the butterflies and the bees, but it started to get a bit unprofessional looking. So we thought we'd better give it a little bit of a cut, but this is the problem we're now having. So I just started this video. That was like 3 hours ago now. Same day, but it's like 3 hours ago. And I'll tell you why. Because 2 people phoned up about this little Mini Cooper S Auto convertible when I was on the way. So the car is now sold, and this is going to sound really silly because we haven't got a lot of cars here. The old Jet is in the corner, haven't touched that yet. But we actually haven't got a lot of cars here, and this is going to sound really stupid because we can't keep up. It's that mental. Like, the last couple of months have been so busy that almost the instant something is prepared, it sells, and we can't fill the place up. I'm not complaining. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining. It's amazing. It's really kind. You know, if you've bought a car from us, it's awesome. It's going really well, but it is a weird stress to have. But you know, we'll carry on anyway. I digress. So as you can see, the little red 1 Series isn't here. Just bought that Z in, and it's filthy dirty, and I haven't even started it yet. So we're going to keep away from that because the dust will freak me out. The Jag is still here, but that's my fault because I don't even want to talk about that. Anyway. The little red 1 Series, that actually sold weeks ago, and it is a problem that I have with getting content out for you because I just can't keep up with doing it all. You know, I think we left here at like 11 o'clock the other night. I left here at like 11 o'clock the other night. It was 8 o'clock last night. Just trying to get everything ready because everyone wanted their cars. And to be fair, she wants to pick up the lady that's bought that little Mini Cooper. She wants to pick that up in another hour. So I've got to give that a quick wash before it goes out. But so regarding the 1 Series, this is going to be really bitty, this video. And the only way that I can do it is say some little bits and then some little clips. But the first thing I want to, we'll do a little montage quickly, just so anyone that doesn't know what I'm talking about will know how this car came about, what it is, and a few little bits. So we'll quickly do the auction bit again, and then we'll do another couple of other little bits. Is that a good looking little car? I mean, it's red, which has got a sunroof. 2 owners, no history. 111 isn't the end of the world if this thing's got history. Yeah, all right, it could have a rattly timing chain at 111, but it also could not start rattling until 180,000 miles. I mean, this would shine up lovely, this car. Front brakes are good. Rear brakes have just been replaced.
I've got a shell check. Oh, look at that. It's got a roof as well. Bit of you've got to be seeing this one. 7 it goes, 8. 8 it goes there, but 800, 800, 800, 800, 800, but it goes 990. 22, but it goes here. 25, 22, 25, 15. You in? 22, 50. Once, twice, 22, 50. What's your number, sir?
I literally just bought that little 1 Series. You've seen me drive it home. I mean, that is not happy, is it? That was good as gold on the way home, and now the suspension's collapsed. It hasn't even moved. Oh, I can hear it. I can hear something.
The trains go slack, the lack of oil pressure and things like that make them rattle. So yeah, I think you've just been a bit unlucky, mate.
I have been unlucky. There's me. Oh look, the Flexie's not looking the best, is it? No wonder that was a bit warbly.
Yeah.
There's the new Flexie on the exhaust. So we can tell quite happily that it's obviously been quite well looked after because how clean it is in here. I'm furious that someone stole the service book to this car. It's going to be a cool little car once it's done.
It's got a sunroof as well.
It has got a sunroof and black leather.
That's really rare, that something to me.
Oh mate, it's well clean in there.
Yeah, it's mint.
Right, so that history bit, that no history bit, that always niggled at me because I know the car didn't have any history, but I did look around that car and you can tell when a car's been looked after. That car had been looked after. Clearly that engine had had loads of oil change. It was spotless inside that engine. So we got about looking for some service history, and I started recording Claire when she was on the phone to a BMW main dealer. It's a bit bitty, it sort of cuts in, but this is when Claire found out a few bits from BMW. We got really excited.
Yeah, you take care. See you, bye. Bye, bye, bye.
10 services.
Wow, I'd wait.
10
Don't get too
services.
excited there because he was the customer service guy and he said, I've got 10 services, and he said 10, and then he said, yeah, they've all been done every year, and I'm just wondering if he's getting on a lot of MOTs.
2009 to 2022.
He said he's got 2009 to 2022.
Oh no, it's going to be MOTs.
Maybe they took it to BMW for the services, but got MOTs somewhere else.
Oh, that'd
Can
be
you imagine
amazing.
that?
I'm literally editing the video for it now.
So we've got to wait 2 working days.
Oh, well, that's not going to go on
Yeah.
this one. We're going to have to do a part 4. We're going to have to do a part 4 on this video because that's mega, if that has. And unfortunately, the 10 inputs from the BMW database, from what we can tell, they were warranty claims or recalls or something like that, because there is literally only 1 service in the BMW database. That car has only been to BMW once in its life, and that was the first service. This is where we found out why it had only been to BMW once. James is coming to pick up the 1 Series in a couple of hours, and I haven't done an update on the service history that Claire's found for the little red 1 Series, and I wanted to update you and everyone that has watched the adventure of that little red 1 Series on what Claire's found, because as you know, if you've watched the Little Red 1 series, any of them, we bought that car. Sorry, I bought that car, sorry, with no service history. And when I initially looked around the car, it was clear that that car had been looked after and that it had been serviced. Then when they did the time and chain on it and we saw inside the engine, it was like brand new. Clearly that car had been looked after. So Claire's got on the case. And do you want to tell them everything that you'd found?
No, you said.
Okay. So first ever service we found. Where's the service book gone? First ever service. Now this isn't the original service book. Claire's bought another service book for it because someone stole it. Brilliant. That happens a lot. Very annoying. So annoying because like it's gold dust for these cars.
Yeah.
So the first ever service that Claire's found was at Bluebell BMW at 11,838 miles. That's the only service that car had in the BMW network. And the reason for this is because in 2013, that car was bought by the second owner, which we know it's a 2-owner car, and it was bought by a guy that Claire has found and spoke to, and he owns his own BMW independent specialist, didn't he?
Yeah.
And he knew the car
Really
straight.
nice.
Yeah, and he knew the car straight away. And he serviced it 33, 44, 56, 67, 70. It's been really well loved, isn't it? He really loved that car.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he wanted to keep it. Yeah.
So he did want to keep it. Bit of a personal situation has gone on. And that is where, so the later services have now, so I think, 2019 onwards, it then got serviced by 20. So 2020 onwards, it got serviced by a Ford dealer, weirdly, which we have also got invoices for. Which are in here, and that was so it was then serviced at 104 and 109, and then at 111 we serviced it and put a new time and chain kit on it. So the service book's going to end up with like 13 entries in it.
You're well happy about that, aren't you?
Like you can't believe. I'm buzzing. Honestly.
Oh, I can feel it. Yeah, you're really excited because you were so down about that car, weren't you?
I let myself down on that car.
You got a bit down about it, didn't you?
Well, on every aspect of it, I got it wrong. And
you wrote that off, really, hadn't you, in your head?
Well, the money for it, or the car, or both.
Both.
Yeah, a little bit. And now it's turned into a really lovely little car with full history, a 2-owner. And in a minute, we're going to meet the guy that is buying it, because that's another little adventure when we say who the guy is and why he's... I mean, it's pretty mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's why this trade is so cool, isn't it? That sort of thing happens.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If every car was like this, we'd go bust in a month.
Yeah.
James has got a little car which he wanted for exactly what he wanted for. So there's a positive come out of it somewhere. Yeah. You've done a load of research and spoke to a load of people, which you sort of love doing. You know, finding... Just say yes. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're lacking that here, aren't you? Anyway, moving on.
It's all right, though.
We'll try and just be quiet here for Claire. Oh, I really am going to have to stop buying black BMWs. Anyway, so once we got all the service history and everything and prepped the car, it went up for sale. And at the start of this video, you saw that we sold the Little Red 1 series. And this is the lovely guy that came and bought it. Hello, James. This is James. Hello, James. This is just a quick overview here. James has walked from around the corner. He doesn't live very far away from our little site. This is the lovely guy that supplied us with the VW Amarok. I'll put a little picture of the Amarok on here if you haven't seen it. The stunning Amarok that had done 23,000 miles from new. It was 10 years old and it was stunning, wasn't it? It was a stunning car, and it was even more stunning when I finished cleaning it. It's a lovely car. He is buying the Little Red 1 series. Now, James, you've got to say, I've told you, I've been completely honest about the 1 series. You know all about the background of it.
All about the history of it, yes.
So why are you buying this little car?
Well, this all sort of came to a head a few days ago when I was on my commute from here to Ipswich station, I normally park on a large open car park, which was suddenly closed.
Right.
And I'd got my Audi Q8, which is quite wide, and I had to go up a multi-story car park and could hardly get round the helter-skelter going up. So on my way back, I thought, I know a man who would know a good car to buy.
That's
So
kind.
the following day, I trundled over to have a chat to Kevin, and he told me about the history of this little car, and it's going to be perfect. It's BMW, so that's an excellent brand to have anyway.
Nice.
And it'll go up the helter skelter without a problem. I'll be
It
able to
will.
park it without worrying about who's going to bash the side of it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I don't. No, you're
No,
right.
But
Completely
I'm
right.
really looking forward to owning it. It's a super little car, and I know he's going to look after me.
We
while I'm
will.
owning it. So
We will. We hope. Well, we hope you have no problems with it, because right now you will have seen. This will be right at the end of the video for this one, but you will have seen that with the history we've found for it, who's owned it, how well it's been cared for, and how lovely it now is. It is now a great little car. I mean, I'm really proud of it. And it's you know, I know it's only an old little 1 Series,
but it looks great, and I have driven it, and it feels really solid.
It does.
and well put together. So there we are, a new journey.
Well, that's very kind. So I know you're in a hurry, James. So I'm not going to keep you chatting for too long, because I know you probably come around here thinking, oh God, I'm going to be there for 2 hours, because Kev talks a lot. I know I talk a lot. So I will just say thank you for buying the little red 1 Series. It's an amazing end to the little adventure that this car has had. I mean, it looks shiny, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'll say thanks for coming on the channel.
Thank you, and I look forward to owning it. All the best.
Very much. I thought I'd film this bit going out. It's got to be the last. It's got to be the last bit to this little video, isn't it? Well, it looks shiny, doesn't it? It's a great looking little car. You ain't got to go very far. Thanks, Jane. Off it goes. Well, so that was James going down the road. Got a funny voice now. Sorry, I don't know what's going on. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We will get in the office and we'll go through the figures and see exactly what went on with the financials of that little car. So here we go. Let's have a quick look. So that car. So we bought that car for £2,250, didn't we, on the Hammer? So including fees and the sure check and everything like that, that was £2,560 for the car. I'm going to quickly go through these just so we can end up with a total so we can work out what actually went on with the financials. So, car was £2,568. Then the suspension broke. That was £286 to get fixed. Then the time and chain went. That was £1,149.19, including that, which was actually really cheap because it didn't just have that. You know, it had the flexi on the exhaust, aircon regas, new oil and filter, coolant, blah, blah, blah. But Mark at Hemmingstone already owed us a bit of a favour for something else that we did. So they sorted us out, which was nice and was very much appreciated on that little red 1 Series. Thanks, Mark. Nice one. And Elijah, thanks for doing it. Nice. So 2,568 for the car, 286 for the suspension, 1,149.19 for the chain, 38 for an MOT, £70 on dents. Some of these obviously haven't got VAT on them. Trying to put advertising next to that car is really difficult because obviously it's thousands a month that we have to pay on advertising with Auto Trader. But so we'll put £200 worth of advertising on the car, which pretty much makes £4,311. But I mean, my prep costs, I can't really put a figure on my prep costs. Obviously, I do it. We do it in-house. Electric, materials that you use, days that I spent on it. We're going to have to ignore them because I don't really know how to put a figure on them. So, 4,311, what that initially owed us just in costs. The problem is when you're VAT registered, when you're selling cars, your VAT is calculated between purchase invoice and sale invoice. And then obviously what goes in between, if it's got VAT applying costs, you can get the VAT back on some of them. We're going to have to say that had almost £400 worth of VAT on that between the sort of 2.5 and the 4.5 almost that we sold it for. We sold the car for £4,490 to James. So pretty much the 4311 plus the VAT of nearly £400, then take off the VAT of about 255 of what we got back. That pretty much makes £4,444, and we sold it for 4,490. So we sort of broke even. That's what we're going to say on that car. It only had one key with that car, and we told James that we would get him another key for it, and he said, so lovely, he said, no, it's not financially viable to get another key for that car of that value. He's fine with one key. Oh, I didn't put the £6 on for the service book. Anyway, we're going to say we broke even on it. Roughly. After all of that time, we broke even, which we really didn't. You know, we know we didn't. The amount of time that we've spent taking it places and it, we're going to ignore all of that. The positives that came out of this, it's a great little car. You've got to watch this little video clip, which I got on our cameras, of what the little 1 Series looks like now, because James has put some genuine BMW roof bars on it. His son has commandeered that car, and now it's got, I mean, this little clip, as you'll see, has got one kayak on it. Wait for the wave, you'll see him wave. That's actually his son in the car, waving. I've never met him, but clearly James has sort of said where he got it from and stuff, so he waved. That's really nice. But I've just spoken to James. The BMW has now been properly commandeered by his son. It's now got 2 kayaks on the roof, and James isn't even using it for work now. which is mega. But James, I just spoke to James, he said when the kayaks go away, he'll be using it in the winter time for work. But that's pretty much it. We made, what, 4 videos out of that little car. It's taught me a lot about the channel, about editing a bit, I suppose. I mean, I know I'm not brilliant at it yet. I will get better at it, but it's been good. It's been great, that little car. I don't want every car that we sell to be like that. Obviously, we'd go broke real quick. But it's been great. You know, we've had a lot of comments from you. We've had a lot of subscribers through that little car. So I'm just going to say to you, thanks for your comments. Thanks for your likes. Thanks for subscribing to the channel and getting involved in that little car with us. I'm not sure what video's coming next. I mean, it might be an update on Claire's Range Rover, and it might be the Jetta. I don't know. Can't remember which one's coming next. I'm really sorry for the delay that it has been on the videos. You know, we've had a lot going on over the last couple of months. We just took a bit of a break, really. Just had to step away from a bit and just had a bit of a breather from it. You know, burnout's overrated. So I'll just say thanks, everyone. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.